What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Tunnel Vision, and we are back for another one. Regis Prograis versus Taylor coming up in a few weeks. It's gonna be epic, absolutely epic. But it got me thinking, man. It got me thinking about that Regis Prograis versus, not Regis Prograis, about that Hooker versus Ramirez fight that we had a couple of months back. But before we get into that, hey, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and share the videos. Man, I think Eddie Hearn messed up on that one, man. He absolutely messed up on that one. Big time. Absolutely big time. I'm not sure why he even set up that fight at that particular time. What should be happening in the next couple of weeks is Hooker should be coming off a spectacular victory at home versus a nobody. Whoever they could pull up out of wherever. You know how, Matchroom does. They able to pull up. You just seen Usyk, man, what they got him. They should have got him one of those. Witherspoon, what was his name? Witherspoon? They should have got him one of those. That's what they should have got Hooker. One of those guys. Let him dust him off at home in front of his fans. Still have Farmer on the undercard as a co-main. And right now, when that fight comes up with Regis and Taylor, he should be right in the stands with his shiny little belt on his shoulder, chilling. After the fight, no matter who wins, he should have been getting into that ring with that belt, talking about how he wanted a unification bout. And I believe Regis Prograis, this might be his last fight under DZON. But again, you have a little bait you can keep him there with him. You can keep him there with that little bait, with that belt that Hooker had. And some money. And they could have had, DZON could have had themselves a nice unification. 3 belts on the line. On DZON. If Taylor wins, you could have it in the UK. If Prograis wins, you can have it in his hometown. Probably better if you have him in Texas. Or maybe have some kind of big, huge card like in New York or something where you can have him, maybe have David Haney, maybe have Haney on the undercard, and maybe another, supporting, a supporting bout. And maybe even have it in Vegas, wherever. You could have did that. That's gone. They can't do that. And after they did that, then you go after Ramirez. Instead of giving Ramirez the $4 or $5 million that you gave him then, you wait until then. 3 belts. Then they could be like, yo, we got this money. We want to do this undisputed bout. We want to do it on DZON, and we're willing to pay you. And what's crazy about that is that Ramirez, that fight happened with Hooker because it was his last fight under Top Rank. It was his last fight under Top Rank. So he had some kind of leverage when it came to Bob Arum. So Bob Arum went ahead and let him go and let him do that bout. But what he had to do was he had to sign an extension with Top Rank. So what's crazy about that is that you might have got Ramirez as a free agent. He might have been a free agent, not even signed to Top Rank. Might not even sign to Top Rank, because you could have put out in the air like, yo, we're doing this fight. We want Hooker to fight, the winner of Taylor versus Prograis. And after that, we want to go for undisputed. We want him to fight Ramirez. You could have put it out there so he knew that, okay, yo, these guys, want to do this with me. And then after that, if you still signed to Top Rank, then you could have offered him that bag, that $5-6 million. Top Rank can't offer him anything like that. Top Rank can't even pay for a freaking decent opponent to face Terrence Crawford right now. They don't got money like that right now. They blew that budget on Tyson Fury. They ain't got no budget. So you could have given him $5 million then to come over there. Or you might have been able to, if he didn't sign, if he knew that was going on and decided not to re-sign or decided to do his last bout and then negotiate, you might have been able to get that dude outright. Give him a 2-3 bout deal, maybe a 3 bout deal with DZON, and then you could have had undisputed at 140 pounds on DZON. You know, Regis Prograis wins. You can offer him bread like, yeah, we're going to give you another 3-fight deal. We're going to pay you good money. We're doing this hooker fight. And then we're giving you undisputed. You had bargaining chips to hold him there, to keep him there. But now, you're fucked. If Regis Prograis wins, you're effed. If Taylor wins, you're still effed. You're still effed. Is Bob Arum going to allow him to go over there for what's to go for undisputed now? Because Bob Arum don't give a shit about none of that stuff. He's like, hey, I can make this money off this kid. I can put him on regular ESPN. I can do viewership off him. ESPN's going to give me this little extra bread, you know, next year and the year after that, you know, to do a couple bouts with him. And he'll say, F it. I'm good. He'll turn down the money they're offering us. We'll make that in 3 fights. So I'll just have him keep him over here. I can have him go up to 147 pounds and then have him fight, what's his name? Have him fight Terrence Crawford. Different things they can do with him now. You know? You have nothing to hold Regis Prograis over there. Unification is at Top Rank. And then when it comes to his future, he's talking about moving to 147 pounds. So now if he's moving to 147 pounds, what can you do for him? Terrence Crawford is with Top Rank. Everybody else is with PBC. And I'm talking about both the A and the B level fighters. Omar Figueroa, Ugas, Lipinets, names that actually can ring bells that mean something, all with PBC. Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Adrian Broner for 140. They can freaking offer him a fight with Adrian Broner at 140 pounds on Fox or on Showtime. They can offer him that big fight on PBC. They have things where they can bargain with Regis Prograis. And they're like, yo, after that, you can move up. We'll give you all these fights at 147 pounds. You win these couple of fights and we'll give you a title shot. Within a couple of fights, we'll give you that title shot. Probably against Earl Spence with 3 belts on the line. And we'll pay you some bread. Top Rank can be like, yo, hey, we'll give you this. We'll give you these. You know, we'll give you money we'll give you an undisputed bout. And if you win that, you can come up to 147. You can take on Terrence Crawford. And we'll pay you for these next 3 fights. He's going to have options. And DAZN's not necessarily going to be the place for him. Taylor wins. Cool. He got 2 belts. But now, can they even set up that fight with Ramirez then? Can they do that? Bob Arum isn't paying to have him come to ESPN. He's not doing that. And he's going to let this man Ramirez go over there? Big fights, man, they could have had, man. They could have some big fights. That big, huge unification that's coming up 2 weeks could have led into a hooker unification, 3 belts on the line. And after that, they could have had undisputed on DAZN with the possibility of a matchroom fighter being undisputed with all 4 belts. But they chose to go a different route. They chose to gamble for whatever at the wrong time. Put up big money for Ramirez at the wrong time. And they failed. It's like spades, man. You got the game won. You know you got the game won. You're looking at all these spades in your hand. You know? But you start cutting books too fast. You didn't wait. You needed to wait like 3-4 hits before you started doing it. But you start too fast. Everybody's spades are gone. They go to the regular cards. And theirs are higher than yours. And you don't get that bubble. They make board. You fucking lose. You fucked up, Eddie. I'm out.